ass.
dude.
You hear the laugh,
Great.
right? You could hear it in the middle
Dude,
of it.
yeah. That's so
Sounds like a
good.
sneeze, but it's just like because I
Yeah.
couldn't believe how much I've heard the melody making that cover, like the hour or
Yeah.
two, like leading up to it. I was like, all right, I'm done. How you doing, Chris? Welcome back on for this
Hey,
Halloween week
Jason.
of craziness. And
Takes the
what's up,
bugs out my
Jason?
eyes.
Ginger Ninja. If you guys haven't
Oh,
seen or shared out the great stream that Patrick did at Half Cheetah Will View for Jason to get Ginger to the great 1K, definitely share it
excellent.
out. And it was great of Pat to do that. So Pat, if you see this, thank you again for doing that. But yeah, Jason,
Congratulations,
you're
Jason.
almost
Hell
there.
yeah.
I got the Look movie link. For
Heck
people who
yeah.
want to follow along, which I put in the group on Instagram. If people haven't seen Kill Baby Kill at this point, what's up, Waffles? The Waffles
What
is
is up,
here.
Waffles?
It's
Yeah.
really good seeing you more often, Waffles and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've
Oh,
seen you around,
great.
and it's great
Great
seeing you every
pick.
time, man.
That is the coolest pick ever.
Yeah, I
Dude,
know. His profile
that's a
pic
great
is really channel pic.
Yeah.
I gotta find this on here. So that's on Look Movie. I don't think it's on Tubi. It's on
It
Shudder,
is on
which is what
Shudder.
I'm
Yes.
watching it on.
Yep,
That's
me
what you're
too.
watching also. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's most of the Bava, if not all of the Bava films on.
Yeah, I love Shudder.
They're the
Yeah.
Kino really transfers, and they all look fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
All of the Bava films.
If you have
that are
Shudder,
on
watch Baron
Prime or
Blood on
Shudder.
there. Yeah, Baron Blood is better on Shudder than the Tubi version
Than
is
anywhere,
garbage. That's a
yeah.
tape. Yeah, that's
Yep.
VHS. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's really. I can actually.
And I like Baron Blood.
Tons
Yeah.
of both of those because I've watched Baron Blood on Tubi and I've watched it versus
Yeah.
on Prime and Shudder. It's much different, and
That's a slasher. If you
that's
don't
like a
know.
least favorite Bava film of mine, honestly.
Yeah,
These
isn't
I
that
always say he's
crazy
never
how
made
that
a bad
is?
movie.
Yeah.
But Baron Blood it's great. It's still like I still mentioned it in my mini doc and top ranking. I said I had to mention Baron Blood because it has a cool kill with the spikes with the coffin when he lets it drop on the guy and stuff.
Oh,
That's really cool. Like
there's
there's
like a dude
great
who hangs
kills in that.
himself or something. You like
Yeah,
tighten him up, you're
yeah.
like,
The hanging is good in that, which I usually don't care for hangings much unless it's. I mean, Bob actually has like the few exceptions on hangings for me that work for me.
he has some good ones, yeah.
And Twitch of the Death Nerve with the old woman, the
That's what I
Countess
mean, a Bay of Blood, dude. Yeah.
Yep. That's always been
wheelchair.
that's always been my top three hanging deaths because of the creativity of it. That she's in the wheelchair, she can't help herself
Steve Miner
after getting it
looking at
kicked
you,
out
Steve
from underneath
Miner.
her. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. I said that all the time. How much they've ripped off of Twitch of the Death Nerve with Friday 2, and they both deny it. To the
Of course, they
when
both deny
like
it. Yeah.
yeah, they both have denied, or whoever one of them was asked, maybe both of them, but they both denied. I don't fucking believe them. Like the spear through the bed kill enough is just shot for shot in Friday 2 from Twitch. There's no
Dude
way they
opens the
didn't see that
door.
movie.
He opens the door and
the
gets
way
the
he opens
hatchet to the head.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's the other one. Is the well, what is it? It's like a specific name of Bill Hook machete. Is what's used in Twitch. Yeah, he gets
almost
it right
like
to that.
what's his
Just
name
like
did the
Mark.
practical effects. You know.
Yeah, just like Mark in the wheelchair and he's in a wheelchair too, which we see the Countess in.
Right.
So come on, they didn't see
a
that movie.
homage.
Get the hell out of here, or they didn't at least see like those kills, like clips of the movie, and were inspired. I don't believe that. Sorry, Steve Miner and Victor Miller, the two of them.
That was the verse end of the blade, by the way. That's even worse.
Yeah, no, that's
Doing
what
the
it's cool. That's what I
wheelchair.
was trying to think of the name. There's a Bill Hook machete, the one with the curve on the
he
end.
just
That's so
goes,
cool.
whack.
You don't see that often. Like you just see regular machetes and stuff. At the,
Yeah, come on now. Give us something unique.
There's a few horror films, Italian horror films, that have that Bill Hook machete used. Do you remember the first time you saw this movie?
It was on Shudder. It was a few months ago. Just going through.
Oh, really?
I did. I had Mario Bava Mondays on my channel, and since I love Blood and Black Lace, and what a director! And seeing the evil eye on Tubi, which is the girl who knew too much, and going kind of back from there, like the whipping the body, the flipping Hatchet for the Honeymoon, Lisa and the Devil, this film, Black Sabbath, flipping Black Sunday, like
Black
it's
Sunday
like
is one of the most important horror films ever.
He of course was he was under Frida. Everybody starts under somebody, and Freda, to his point, great director too. Like he has some bangers. Like, but he continued on one of Freda's films. I forget the name of it. It was like a vampire film. He continued on with the rest of that.
Yeah, he was famous for doing that, Bava, throughout
Yes,
his whole career, but
you see the
especially
influence.
earlier on,
Yeah,
that he would finish films that weren't going to get done. He would go uncredited for it all the time early in his
yeah.
career,
He's basically
even
the
later,
Italian
but
to me.
later on he would finish it.
He's basically the Italian master director of Gothic horror. Like I
Oh,
said, like
absolutely, without a doubt.
Italian Gothic horror is basically a proto giallo from what you see. Like, and then
Yeah.
just going on from them. And yeah, he started that. Great director. His son's a great director.
Oh, Umberto Bava is excellent.
Like,
Everything
what
he's
can you say?
working
I
on.
put him on a pedestal. Like, say, Blood and Black Lace is my all-time favorite giallo, so I put him on that pedestal. He's on the throne. Dario and Fulci can either be on the left or right,
That's
and then it
exactly
just
how I
branches
view it
out.
too, man.
It
That's
branches
funny.
out. It just does.
Same
Yeah,
with me. That's how I always look. Bava. I
'cause
mean, for people or the few members I have on the channel and stuff, the tiers every month it goes the pictures that you get next to your name, which goes Pamela Voorhees, then Jason's look from every Friday
yes,
to part
yeah,
4 or
right?
5.
Yeah,
Then I have Carpenter, Argento, and the final tier for the
yeah, mom
longest, I
sits
guess,
on the
is
throne.
Bava. Is Bava.
Yeah.
That's up
Yeah, it's
there.
Bava. Like,
Like it has to be.
and just have and hand it to him. That's why I love That's why I love Fulci so much, because I think he's more like Bava in this filmmaking than Dario is. That's just me. Even though Dario was with Bava more of the time, I think Fulci just Don't Torture a Duckling. Films like that just look so
Yeah,
much like something like Bava would do. The Beyond looks like
absolutely.
something Bava would do. It just looks to be that point. Zombie, films like that.
Yeah, I mentioned in my mini doc on Bava that you take any Italian director, horror director from the 70s, the late 60s, early 70s through the 80s and stuff, none of them has not been influenced from Bava in a
Alfred
major way for the
Hitchcock,
most
even.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock loved Bava too, and that's why I consider Psycho, Peeping Tom,
Fritz
and Black
Leiber.
Sunday the most important horror film, like
Love
modern terror
Peeping Tom. That's
horror.
up there for my release of the year. That's a great release from Criterion. Not people, a lot of people think too highly of that film. I do. I love it. It's so good.
That's how I think that it's a masterpiece of a film. I wouldn't go to say it's a masterpiece, but what it's done
Oh,
for
the
film,
filmmaking is so good. That
what it
ruined that
did for
director's career.
film. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and like what it did for cinema going forward.
Yeah.
That's the impact that it's just not one I throw on that often.
Right.
But I
Exactly.
think that film, Psycho, and Black Sunday are the three, all in 1960, and Psycho and Black Sunday 4 weeks apart or 4 days apart, something like that. They were
It's
released.
crazy to think.
So all those 3 films that I think are the most influential in modern horror history, like outside of the silent films and Universal Monsters and Hammer and stuff from like 1960, I would say, I guess going forward, like in modern horror, those 3 movies
The
are
Fall of the
the
House
most
of Usher
important.
comes to mind.
Yeah.
With
Yep.
Vincent Price. That's
Well,
an
let's not
all-timer.
Oh
Like,
yeah, well let's not forget how Bava even from the beginning with Black Sunday was very influenced by the Hammer films, which
yes.
I've always said I'm not a huge Hammer fan,
I almost was
but
thinking that
there's
when you look at
classics that
Christopher
I love.
Frankenstein, like the Curse of Frankenstein and the
Horror
horror of
Dracula,
Dracula,
that's a
dude.
great
Yeah,
one. That's one that I really enjoy. That
yeah,
Hammer.
yeah. So
Yeah,
Curse
that
of
one.
Frankenstein is more. Tell you the truth, Curse
I
of
don't remember
Frankenstein is
if I've
more
seen
shallow
it.
than you might think. Yeah,
I
it's
gotta
a
check it out to refresh my memory.
yeah.
Yeah, if anyone coming as they come in, if they want a timestamp, we will give it. And you ready? We'll do
Hmm.
a 3, 2, 1, go. The score in this movie, and for people who don't know, who haven't seen this movie and in the future, plot synopsis is that this doctor goes to this small village, and I forget where it is. It's like Carpathia,
Yeah, Carpathian.
and
Yeah,
it's like in the mountains and stuff, like a mountain small town that's very superstitious. And he's a doctor who's doing a autopsy on a recently deceased woman, and it turns into in my opinion, the greatest haunting ghost film ever made. Like this is my favorite ghost film.
it
So
is.
I watch this every
It's
Halloween.
definitely his most gritty film. There's not a lot of color in this. This is very,
There's
like, you
not a
can
lot of
say.
color. There's the best use of his color in this movie. This movie is, I think, his best color usage. There's color in every shot of this movie with the different ones and stuff. Like his same with like Black Sabbath, like in that type of
That's
way.
kind of true. Yeah.
The different lighting, like green in the back and purple back here and blue over here and stuff like. and the gothic atmosphere is just unmatched in this movie. But let's talk Kill Baby Kill. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1, and go. I actually had it on like a few hours ago before I passed out and took a nap for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could watch this movie anytime, anywhere.
I'm surprised Kino hasn't re-released this. I think there's just a DVD of it, which is travesty,
if this
really.
is just the DVD and it's not the Kino transfer, because I know a lot of them are on Prime.
It says Kino. Yeah, it said Kino.
Oh, does it?
Classics,
Okay, yeah, so it is. Yeah, because they look fantastic.
Yeah. No, Kino does a great job on their.
I know. Yeah, I know they do. I mean, thank God for companies like that. Because I mean, it's especially with these type of movies and stuff. Italian horrors, like a lot of these films that have been getting like a lot more recognition in the last 10 years or less or so, is all.
It's definitely been a renaissance.
Factory, Kino, Screen Factory, like all Arrow, all the companies that have been bringing back obscure 80s slashers and 70s films and stuff that would have been lost to that generation at that time.
Trauma films.
Trauma too, yeah. I've never been a big Trauma fan, but them too, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome has been killing it with old school titles. Like, I guess Redneck Zombie is one of them. There's a lot. Like, the less Trauma title probably out of them all is The Exterminator.
I know they always go nuts with the titles, the Trauma.
And I love The Exterminator.
I forgot I have Ed on Prime for some reason, so pause it and start at the beginning because I hit an ad as soon as I started it.
Right.
Fucking stupid. I hate.
Yeah, great kill at the start. Like obviously she's going insane. And just like, and that's a slow thing too. It slides down the spikes on the fence.
And then it just stays on it and lingers on that shot for the whole opening credits.
Erica Blank, my goodness. Like
on her with the fucking whatever it is. Is it like a fence post she gets on?
It's kind of like that. Yeah, because it's a bell tower.
Yeah, and it just sticks through her body and then it just lingers on that for the whole credits, which I love. All right, it started for me now. That's got through the edge. She's screaming and shit, about to run away from La Villa Graps, which is such a great setting too. I mean, you're not in it the whole movie, but a decent amount.
Giovanni Vivaldi, she is really good actress. I mean, screenplay by all these legendary people. Of course, Mario Bava down there. Of course, he was.
Oh yeah, and Lamberto Bava, his son, was a assistant director.
As
well as many Bava films. He was assistant director, and
he's getting up there. He has to be retired.
I've reached out to him actually.
Yeah,
and,
nice.
I told you, but his rep said to me
that
there's 3 things. He's like, 1, do you speak Italian? I said no. He said, all right. 2, do you speak Spanish? I said a little, but not fluently.
Yeah,
he said because his wife speaks Spanish, he barely speaks.
Oh, English, he could be a translator.
Yeah, exactly. And then the third, though, is what I figured, and he said, Lamberto doesn't really do these things for free.
Right. No, I get it.
Interviews. So I said,
that'd be great.
I understand, but I know, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, I've been trying with Greta to get her on. She's in the group chat and everything. She's been a sport the last like year and a half, 2 years of me like constantly saying, well, when are you coming on? When are we doing this? Come on. I think I'm getting it down though. She's told me that she's willing to do a pre-recorded thing, like an In Search of Darkness style, where I would just mention the film and the director, and then it would be a few minutes of her talking her experience, working on that film, working with that legendary Italian director, which she's worked with everyone that there is. So that hopefully, I just sent her a message actually a week ago saying, "That'll be great for Christmas present. Like we get to doing that recording In Search of Darkness style." She's put a little laugh emoji, so we might get that soon. That'll be fun. The music in this movie, I'm pretty sure it was music from another film that they used in here. It wasn't originally composed for this movie.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, Bava did that a lot too.
Probably a lot of Italian directors do that. That's why I love them. They're different type of cats. Like it's funny, these dudes at the point, where they're carrying the coffin boy. They look kind of funny from the distance.
That's a great shot. That's such a great shot. This one, if you want to turn your volume up a little, like a bump or two, this movie ain't getting any fucking issues. Especially with the music. Like I said, it's not even from this movie. It's like stock music they use from another movie and shit. So I'm not worried about this one.
No, it's okay. Yeah. The
Just
new
so you can
mic I
hear the
have too.
dialogue. Just
Kind
so
of
you can hear
drowns
the
that out.
dialogue a bit, because I put on subtitles whenever I do these, just to read the subtitles. But I'm like, nah, I need a little
Like,
little
dude,
bit. But I love the whole credits is just nailed on. It's just shot, static shot with the friggin' fence post going through this woman with the
hey,
blood dripping
Russell.
down.
Yeah, we did start. Yeah, we started just a few minutes in the film.
Yeah, hey Russ, here's the look movie link if you want it. And
It's so cool. Just like
give a timestamp.
every Hammer film or a film I highly recommend, The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism with Christopher Lee. That is such a good fucking film.
I feel like I've seen that because I know
Yeah,
the name.
it's him playing
And
Dracula,
Christopher
but
Lee.
not playing Dracula and stuff like that. And
Okay.
it's like these Hammer type films always like start like that, like a carriage running up somewhere, you know,
Yeah, I know.
dropping off the people.
What's
Good
your
looking
time?
man. I'm a
What's your
doctor.
timestamp for us, so we know if he wants to watch?
Right now, I'm a little bit faster than you right now. I'm about 5 minutes and 45 seconds in.
All right, cool. I'm right about to meet you. All right, cool. We should be in sync now.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the color usage in this movie is the best of Bava's career, in my opinion. Martin Scorsese has praised this film as Bava's masterpiece.
Oh,
He's
nice. I
famous.
love
He's
Martin
famous.
Scorsese.
Yeah, I know. Me
Yeah.
too. That's the famous quote is about Bava saying that Kill Baby Kill is his masterpiece. Which Martin Scorsese, if you ever see this, good shit.
I started to
agree
watch
100%.
videos like that. Like, I watched one video of what Christopher Nolan, the films that kind of influenced him. Boy, there's some good ones in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's great to hear the influences, and that's one thing I love asking and hearing from people I have on the channel and stuff. It's just like, what directors or horror films inspire you the most?
Yeah, it's like an organ type of a theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, look at all the crucifixes here.
I mean, yeah, I know. I love how his character. What the hell is his name? I always forget any Italian horror movie. Now I know most of their names. Though. Forget his. Is it Christian or some shit?
I think so.
It's like Eswai is his last name. I know that. But his whole character is like very, and I love that shot of the. I don't know if those are ghosts or just town people. Those are town people.
Oh, like looking in the windows and shit.
Yeah, because they're just so superstitious, and then we find out as the movie goes on of why. And like the change
again, like I said, it's a focusing on what they're seeing, and then it focuses on the character and stuff like that. Like,
this movie has a lot of shots and jump scares that are so Japanese horror that this movie has influenced a lot of Japanese horror.
That's
directors.
that's a good point. That's a good
especially point. When we get to the scenes with Melissa, the ghost, and
the scenes in the house, like running constantly in the same direction. It's like you're running around in circles. You're like, oh yeah,
dude. The staircase, the spiral staircase in this movie in La Villa Graps, it's my favorite staircase in a movie. Nice. I know that's not really something you'll rank ever think of, but I do. I see that fucking staircase every time. It's that spiral staircase, and it's got the green lighting,
Inspector
and she
Kruger
chase down it. Yeah, I know. I always love that.
This inspector's a trippy cat too. Like,
yeah, he's been in other stuff too.
The bald-headed dude.
Yeah,
there he is.
Plays, the burger.
And I recognize him too. I've seen him in other things.
Yeah, no, he has been. I can't think off the top of my head because this is the movie that I think of when I see his face.
He looks a little bit like a Vincent D'Onofrio, a bit,
Yeah,
Kingpin character,
but bold.
Makes sense.
He's the Burgermeister Carl, and then this is the I forget who he is of the town, like the mayor of the town, kind of, but like whatever the term they use.
Good-looking dudes, like say, but you think the way they look and stuff, they've obviously done probably westerns, like I say, spaghetti westerns, Italian westerns, like were big during this time.
Yeah.
That's what you usually did to get your big break on. It's like,
well, yeah, it was so popular at the time, especially in Italy there. I mean, they were doing all the spaghetti westerns.
Once Upon a Time in the West, which a lot of people consider the greatest western ever made. That's written by Dario Argento, like co-written, I think, by him or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's actually a band called Kill Baby Kill after the movie.
Yeah. Nice.
I just saw that as I Googled to check something. I saw that.
Just go on IMDb.
Now, this movie has a 6.9 on IMDb. That is a fucking travesty.
Oh,
This movie should be in the high 8s at least, and that's
at least.
IMDb. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a top 10 movie of mine and a masterpiece. This
Hey,
should
what's
be
going
on
on, Cal?
IMDb. Oh, what's up, Cal? This should be in the 8s at least.
I like the trivia he
Ashy
does on
Pizzle.
Instagram.
How you doing, Cal? No, Cal's great. I love his Instagram stuff. I got to get into doing like, cause Cal, you do lives pretty often. Maybe not like recently, but
He
I've
does
seen you
great
live.
deep dives.
Yeah, I've
Like,
seen you do a lot of lives, Cal, on Instagram. Like, how does that work on Instagram? Like, I got to start getting into like doing lives on Insta. I wouldn't do them on X on Twitter because that place is a fucking cesspool. But Instagram, though, I'd be interested in getting into doing some live streams and stuff just through Instagram. It's like Instagram exclusive stuff. Timestamp Russell is
put about 10 minutes.
yeah, something like that. 11 minutes.
Yeah, we'll say 11
minute mark.
Yeah.
All the fog in these scenes here with their
I know. Yeah, Bava's known for doing
body.
that. He did that in Space Vampires. I mean,
Planet of the Vampires, right?
Planet of the Vampires, Space Vampires. I'm thinking of like I
well,
said,
there's also so many million different titles for all these movies that it's so hard.
It influenced the Alien film by the great,
Yeah.
my all-time favorite director Ridley Scott. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. The style of Planet of the Vampires, it's not a favorite of mine. It didn't make my top 10 Bava list, but it's
definitely
a
a
great
proto-alien film.
It's a great, it's a great
It's
predecessor,
gothic too in
like
space.
a spiritual predecessor to Halloween, to Alien,
and
like
get Life Force without that.
Yeah, the story and just the aesthetic of Planet of the Vampires is very pre-Alien.
It's against nature. Don't bring up the dead.
Hey, Russ, no fuss.
That's no fuss.
So tomorrow,
I need a witness for the proper qualifications. The dubbing is the same cast of character actors. I recognize them.
Like, oh yeah, I mean they used to use a lot of the same dubbers and stuff. Dubbing is like an art form, and I've talked to Greta about this, and I've heard her say it also, like on interviews and little videos, that because she's done a lot of dubbing through all the Italian films that she was in and stuff, and she says it's very different, like getting used to do the dubbing process versus just acting. Like there's definitely a science to it.
Yeah, this shady motherfucker.
I'm watching on our YouTube app. Nice.
Why you live?
Yeah, he's the inspector. This guy.
I have no power to force your orders.
Because they don't want them touching the body now.
Hell no, they want them going in the tomb.
This girl who fell onto the fence post in the bell tower. Yep. They don't want her being touched by this doctor, this main character, Eswai, who comes to town.
They don't want him. Yeah.
Because they have some superstition that the town is haunted by the ghost of Melissa Graps, she was the daughter of the Countess, who lives in this big-ass mansion that we see at the beginning of the movie.
And you're getting introduced to the Countess, the paranoid lady, in a
bit. And then I forget the girl's name, the woman's name who plays the I forget her name.
Oh, plays the mother?
The witch doctor woman.
Oh, the witch doctor.
The nurse. Woman. Yeah, like who uses like
then you have the witch doctor woman. Oh yeah, she's quite pretty. Yeah, the dude's husband.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Or the wife.
Yeah. Whatever. They know what we're talking about.
I'm thinking current.
Yeah.
Be the husband with the wife.
Yo, what up, Joe? He's been here, but what up again? At your boys doing Pumpkinhead Live. Nice. I've been saying for a while now I got to do a video on Pumpkinhead.
Practical effects by Mr. Winston.
Oh yeah, and directed by. I mean,
directed by him.
That's one of the films that I instantly think of when I hear Stan Winston's name.
That's
saying a lot.
That's a paranormal slasher. Yeah.
But it's definitely a paranormal slasher film for sure.
Or a murder.
Monica, that's the girl's name.
Monica,
who starts having now she.
I like when they prep the
backstory.
coffin.
Yeah,
like prep the coffin against the wall with it like cracked open there a little bit. That's homage to Dracula.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And I just
Oh
love the
yeah, music's
outfits
so
and
good.
the outfits and the color usage, which we'll see more in a bit. Like it starts getting
And here we go,
much more colorful.
the Miss Damsel here with those beautiful blue eyes of hers.
Yeah. And then you
Gee,
got the younger girl who gets, because once you see Melissa's ghost, then it's like an omen that you're
it's
done. Like,
over.
like
Yeah.
she's coming for you. Let me see, 10 years when I watched this in 10 year. I
Yeah,
don't
she
know
just
exactly
comes
what
just
that
to
means.
help him. Yeah, it's like, "Yeah, I'm here to help you."
Love that shot when of the sun setting and it pans back out. Hey, Tex
Hey,
Russ,
Tex.
what's going on, Tex? How you doing, brother? And dude, Melissa, the camera work here with her on the swing and it's going zoom, very 60s, like psychedelic camera work. How it
Yeah.
would go in and out and then zoom out fast and zoom back in. And you hear her laughing here and
Yeah, the
swinging.
sun
That's such a
kind of setting
great
with that.
shot.
They had to adjust the
Yeah.
camera for that and then zoom out. That's old
And
school style.
all the fog everywhere as you
Do,
see
do,
this ghost
do.
girl swinging. You don't see her face, but you see her legs swinging on the swing. All that is so good.
This is Bava right here, dude. That zoom in the graveyard, give me a break. That's
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's what
good,
I mean,
dude.
and there's a lot of that in this film
Yeah,
particularly, like,
that's right. Yeah, her on the
maybe it's 'cause
swing
it's
like
late
that. So the
60s?
camera's on the swing, and it's
Yeah,
like, dude,
it
yeah.
goes in and out and then crash zoom in and slow pan out and then
Then it
crash
just shows
zoom in
from the
again.
other side. Oh, that's so good.
I love it.
Damn, dude, that's so good. Yeah,
That's the
that's
and
good.
it reminds me of, like, late '60s San Francisco, like, Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane
Right?
type psychedelic camera work that you see, like, the quick zoom in and then the zoom back and then back in again. Like, I could definitely see, the counterculture as it was starting right around here,
Oh, like
having a little bit of influence on the camera work.
early 70s Hammer is straight counterculture.
Oh, yeah,
Like Taste the
definitely.
Blood of Dracula and Dracula Risen from the Grave is great. That's a great Dracula film.
Dracula Risen from the Grave? I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's a
Forever ago, but
it's a
I've seen it.
slasher-like film, yeah.
The shadows there. The shadows are then I mean,
I
talk
like the moth
put
that's, like,
aside the camera
hitting
lighting.
the glass,
Yeah, yeah, right
lamp
here.
there.
Yeah, that's great.
Dee, 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 like a music
All the
box.
Yep, I love it. Ding, 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 ding. It reminds me of Pigs, Three Different Kinds, the song from Pink Floyd's Animals album with
Oh,
the begin
dude. Wow.
because of
Yeah.
the bass,
I
because
forgot
over
you're a
that
musician, so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I always pick out, like, if I hear something that sounds familiar, the bass line that you hear behind those little bells that goes like, like a
That's
slide up on
true.
the bass,
Yeah.
that sounds very Pink Floyd-ish from, the Animals
I
album.
can't explain it. Yeah. It's like it's like the Hammer films. I I didn't know about Hammer when I was a kid listening to Rob Zombie. Like, there's a lot of quotes he puts in his songs that are from Hammer films. I'm like, yeah.
Russell said, "Didn't you know Pumpkinhead was a short Yeah, I remember that it was based off, I didn't
Yeah.
know it was a poem, but I knew it was based off of a short something, I thought it was, maybe a novella, a short
Hey,
story.
wild guys.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, there's the hand.
How you doing, brother? Yeah, the hand. Oh, and the shots later of when the younger girl or the younger woman who the herbalist is treating and stuff, and then she ends up seeing the crash zoom shot on Melissa's ghost at the window, and she
Oh,
pokes and stabs herself with the whatever that is, the candle holder, and as the sharp
yeah.
part. That's one of my favorite scenes in cinema, right there.
Nice.
But all the color here and the lighting with them walking, the shadows that are on them, but you can see behind them where they came from is
Where
so
the
brightly
window's
lit.
at. Yeah, where the
Yeah,
cracks in the walls
and
are
with
at.
the fog in the
Yeah.
back, and then it's dark in the foreground, and then they'll
This is
cut
straight
to the next
gothic. Yeah, let's go
yeah,
here. Let's go to
they'll
this
cut
town.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, at night.
I mean, I don't know if they shot any of it, like, on location and stuff, but, like or if it was mostly sets, but everything, it looks so authentic in this. You feel like you're in a real behind the times simpleton like town in the
This film
mountains.
has a great twist. I believe. Like,
Oh, yeah, you find out a lot
you
about
don't
her here,
know.
Monica. There's
Yeah,
a
about
lot of
Monica.
backstory that we find out that you don't see coming at first.
It's almost that automatic attraction there. They like putting in these films.
Yeah, there's always that romantic, like violin swell string ensemble music that gets thrown in.
Well, Sam is a nod to Sam Hain. I believe I said that wrong, but yeah,
no, you did. Sam Hain is how you say it.
Sam Hain. That's a nod to, but yeah, that's the Pumpkinhead from the real Ghostbusters. Really, that's when I was introduced to that. It's a folktale.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, the real Ghostbusters. That was a great animated show on kids' TV, dude. Nah,
they did some dark stuff. But I remember it. I knew it was. I remember there being a show. The real Ghostbusters.
I wouldn't call it childhood trauma. There's other stuff for that, but
yeah. And speaking of Sam, Cal, we're doing trick or treat on. Now I gotta figure out what the hell the schedule for Halloween Day is, because Nanette and Jen at Divi's Diva are
very nice.
She is now. They were gonna both do it on Halloween on Jen's channel. So then Nan asked me and said, like, I want to join that and stuff, but I'm doing it on Jen's channel, so they're going to talk and maybe we'll combine our efforts.
You should have listened. That's funny. He like misses him first.
Oh yeah, I know.
Again, he misses him, and I'm like oh,
very, very badly too.
Whoa, like, that's a bad miss too.
Yeah, he's just whiffing.
A witch. It almost looks like Barbara Steele a little bit. They probably did that on purpose.
No, it definitely. She looks like her. I've said that all, and there's the zoom again. That zoom.
Someone was behind him. Someone's behind him in a shot there in the dark. You just saw. There's someone behind him, dude.
Probably a crew member.
That's pretty nice. That was probably Mario Bava saying, "Yeah, f you, Barbara Steele." See.
No, that was probably very intentional on making her look kind of like the same kind of look as Barbara Steele.
I mean, even Freda had problems with her.
Yeah.
Like horrible Dr. Hitchcock, he had problems with her. She didn't stay throughout the remainder of the film.
And that's insane, Cal. The kids today think Sam is Pumpkinhead. But Trick or Treat is one of the movies that we're doing Halloween. It should be at 4:00, and we should have Nan and Jen coming on. And
I've never seen Trick or Treat. Both of those, I've never seen Trick or Treat or Trick or Treat.
Yeah, I remember the older Trick or Treat, from the 80s, right?
Yeah, Ozzy.
I don't remember that at all, really. I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, the girl like says something, and then she has to cover up. She's like, "Nope, I never said anything." She gets poisoned or something. I forget. Something happens with her, or she gets possessed, I think.
What, this girl here?
Yeah, the girl that he's talking to.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one who stabs herself with the candle holder.
Yeah.
She sees Melissa's ghost.
Oh, that's right. She sees her outside the window, dude.
Yeah. And then the jump scare in this.
Open the window. Open the window, Tommy.
Yeah. Actually, I just put up a Treehouse Horror Simpsons short that is has that scene mimicking.
Yeah, Bart.
Yeah, with Bart. Join us, Lisa. It's so cool.
It's so nice.
That's so cool.
Nothing beats that scene from Salem's Lot. That's terrifying.
That's the most iconic.
Dude, that kid looks so creepy. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna open the window.
And I liked the remake, the recent remake of Salem's Lot, but that's one of the things that you can't top that shot from Hooper's version.
Okay, yeah, I've heard like mixed things on it. It's not terrible. It's like the remake film, because I saw it in the theater of Pet Sematary.
Yeah,
I mean, I liked it. It's still dark and disturbing. Remake. Yeah, still dark and disturbing. The theories I heard is crap.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't really care for it. Same with Poltergeist, the remake. I didn't hate that film, and that got a lot of hate.
I have that. I still need to watch that one. The one with the clown on the cover of it, or the puppet or something.
Yeah, the clown.
That was a decade of remakes. Like,
oh yeah, I know. Nonstop.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre and.
Yeah, I got to rewatch Trick or Treat, but Trick or Treat is what we'll be watching.
She happens just to be at the door. Automatically, eyes turn right.
Yeah, I know. Like she was just
like, whoa, what's
waiting there the last 3 hours, knowing they're gonna have a problem soon. Let's just hang out and perch myself here.
Yeah, perch myself. Where you see the mist and the fog come in.
Like, look, just in the shot alone of him reading the letter,
look at
all the color there. You got the blue from the windows. You got the brown from the wood. You got the
That's
lighter
true. You
color.
do
With
see
it.
blue
You got
in
the
here. It's
green
just
in the
barely
bottom.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's so separated, the color, the blue on the left side of the wall there, but it's green on the right, and it's back
I
to
like the
green from the
grittiness
color
of
on the
the film,
left.
but I'd wonder how this would look in a 2K transfer. Like
All right, yeah, I don't know.
2K would look probably great with this.
The color usage in this movie is just this is like my equivalent of Suspiria with Argento, just not over the top and like
I'm
I
sure.
don't
I'm
want to say
sure
I don't want to
Argento
say
got the
artsy.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say artsy, but that's the wrong term and especially Blood and Black Lace. I mean, Argento was cited numerous times that was a big influence on his
Blew
style.
his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I mean, you can that would be, I guess, more the equivalent of Suspiria with the color usage is
Dirk and
Bava's
Darren were
Blood
talking
and Black
about
Lace.
his those Argento films and talking about great stream. Check that out. That was yesterday. About like the making of Suspiria a bit and where that came from, where that idea came from a book and then some other shit. I was like, holy crap, dude, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. What do you think of the Suspiria remake? Because that one
I like it. I've only seen
very
it once.
divisive.
The film's a trip. That was my introduction to Argento because I heard about him, but I didn't know. So
that's interesting to see Argento Well, I mean, he wasn't involved with it, but to
no, he
see that
wasn't involved.
remake,
But
and then go back and you saw the original Suspiria after the remake.
it took me a while, but yeah, I finally watched it. It was on
That's
Tubi.
interesting.
It was on Tubi, and I watched it. That's before I picked up the one from Synapse. That's
So
great. That's a great release. And
the Synapse release?
Yeah.
So what would you say? Like, because it's interesting. That's cool to hear. If you seeing the remake first and then seeing Argento's Suspiria, what was it like seeing the remake first and then when you finally saw Argento's?
They're totally different films. I like them
are.
both, but
I love the remake.
Suspiria is my all-time favorite Italian horror film. Like,
yeah, I know it is
really good. A lot of people say that Stario's best.
I would say Deep Red. I always say Deep Red and Suspiria are his best made films. It's not my favorite, but it's best made. Suspiria and Deep Red, I think it would go.
This is provocative stuff too. He's all hitting her
yeah.
back.
Oh yeah,
like
they start whipping her with the herbs and shit. Like that's some disturbing
stuff. Keep away. She's very pretty.
Hand from her flesh and blood.
Yeah, she's very, very pretty.
Yeah,
she makes a good witch. It's that
Absolutely.
late 60s hairstyle. Like it's really like go trick you know.
Hey, there you go, Cal. You and you and Cal should watch both the Trick or Treat and Trick or Treat and review them together.
We should. Yeah, that's a good idea there, Cal. I'm having a video.
Cal, I still definitely want to do something with you soon. Maybe after we can try to set all the details and schedule it after Halloween.
Cal's a great dude, great YouTuber, man.
Oh yeah,
great shit.
We've been talking a while about doing like some type of deep dive or like a series ranking, and I mentioned Child's Play because I know Cal's a Child's Play fan as well.
Love Child's Play.
If you're still down for that, Cal, let me know.
Yeah. The first one's an all-timer. Like, it's so good. Brad Dourif is so good in that. Like, it's
oh yeah, he kills in everything. And Tenebrae is Ginger's favorite Argento. It's opera for me.
That's Darren's too, I think. Darren really likes Tenebrae.
He had the best run outside of Bava, I think.
No, he did. No, he did. Honestly, he did.
Yeah, Bird with Crystal Plumage, Cat o' Nine Tails. My least favorite in his golden age is probably Four Flies on Gray Velvet.
You and I agree on that. Like,
it doesn't.
It's not all like that. I do love it, but it's not all that. Like, there's comedy in there that does not need to be on there. I've stated that for a fact. I do not like the Godfrey character. I'm like, give me a break.
Yeah, but I mean, it has the least grasping and like intriguing characters and story to it, and some of the kills there's not many.
Mimsy Farmer at the end is like all time great in that. That's probably one of her best roles. Like she's really like, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
The ending to that, yeah, I agree with that. The acting and the ending to the movie with the kill at the end and stuff, that's great. But like after that, you have Deep Red, and then you have Suspiria, then you have Inferno, and then you have Tenebrae, and then you have Phenomena, and then you have Opera, and I would even extend it to Two Evil Eyes and Trauma.
Which is crazy because I've said Tenebrae is probably, or not Tenebrae, but see, Deep Red is the last great giallo ever done. Like, but Tenebrae is
like
pretty
pure
close
giallo.
to that.
I could see that. I mean, Tenebrae I look at more as a pure giallo too.
From like it's like slashers 80 to 84, so you have giallo 70 really to 75. Like if you want the top tier stuff.
Well, like we were saying backstage with about giallos and how I consider The Girl Who Knew Too Much, The Evil Eye, and even The Telephone from Black Sabbath from the same year, as being the genesis and the first giallo films. Even though like he perfected it with Blood and Black Lace, but there still wasn't a surge in giallo until
there wasn't.
Crystal Plumage came out when Argento released Bird.
Which are German, and
like they were novels for a long time and stuff, but like the film genre of giallo,
a lot of films
with Bava,
a lot of books based off film, that films are based off of too. Like this one right here, like the Castle of Elantro, I think it's called. That's a haunted house gothic story. That's considered the first. Dude, it's like basically a proto Hammer book. It's like really, and like stuff like that. And you see the influence in the films that they did. Yeah.
Sounds good, Cal. I'll hit you up on Instagram.
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you both for always sharing kind words about. Of course, man.
Yeah, no
Same
problem.
goes to you and all you guys. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all our friends here and all you guys who watch and follow.
Yeah.
Well, we'd still be here, just no one would be watching. I'd still be doing it
because we love
but
it.
It makes it a lot better with you guys and everybody here as a family and community talking about these movies. So many movies that we have to go. Go on Peter's channel for a bit. Sounds good, Russell. See you in a bit.
Russell's great. He just travels through other stuff. Let's see what these dudes do.
Russell's the best.
YouTube traveling.
He's such a great
He's seen some great films back in the time I've never heard of course.
I know. That's why I love every time Russell's in the chat, because you know that he's gonna drop some cool information on like an older film that he saw in theaters or very young and stuff. It's great always hearing that perspective. If anyone says Argento's Dracula 3D is his best.
Carl's a lucky bastard. I tell you what.
Oh yeah, Carl in this movie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, with her. Like going, hot damn.
He knows
I got
all the
a witch
secrets.
for a wife.
Yeah. And he knows all the secrets of what's going on in the town.
Yes.
But there's a jump scare, probably the best scare of the movie. Well, there's two. But that I consider the best of this. But there's one when Carl, when he dies, when he goes and unlocks the cupboard and Melissa's in the cupboard.
Oh,
and it's a
yeah.
quick cut and a quick zoom, fast zoom right onto her. And then he freaks out and then they find him dead. That is so J horror and it's not even funny.
That's true. It is. Yeah.
It's so Japanese horror.
I haven't seen a lot of J horror, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge enthusiast in the genre of Japanese like horrors, but I've
one
seen
I have on
my fair share for sure.
On DVD called Infection, I think it's called. Follows a nurse around in this hospital. I haven't seen it in years.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Have you ever seen this? I don't know if this is Japanese. It's Japanese, right? Hair extensions, that's Japanese, yeah.
Oh, I've heard about it, but
dude, that movie fucking insane. That movie's crazy.
There's like, Evil Dead Trap, I heard is pretty good, but that's a different.
That I haven't seen in a while, but that is a wild movie. And House, like Hausa from '79. That's
from Criterion, yeah.
Yeah, that is a very insane movie. That's right. They find these gold coins, not gold, silver coins.
It look like a dime.
In the heart, the heart of the girl they were doing the autopsy on.
Doctor's just wandering into this place.
Like if you want to pause it, I just hit ads again.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting ads on fucking because now they made it a new tier on Amazon. So like
they did. No, they suck. Yeah, they suck.
It's like I was paying every year. I paid by the year, so it said it's done for Amazon, and there was no ads. And now all of a sudden there's you can upgrade to the premium or new higher tier, and no ads and go ads.
No, I pay yearly.
Yeah, I did that shit already. There wasn't supposed to be ads. Now they like upgrade more, and now we'll take the ads away. It's like, come on.
Walmart's all like, you want stuff that you own? Come here, do it. You know, but
but you're right, Ginger. If anyone says Dracula 3D is Argento's best work,
I need to check that out. That's on Shudder.
Wait, what happened? They removed his watch party for. Was he showing the actual movie? Because that I've been seeing more of, and guys who have channels, be careful with that. I've been seeing some people up in like new movies too, and I'm not going to drop names and stuff. It's not a bad thing or anything. I'm just saying,
there's some that I see that I follow doing that with some particular films. One, they just posted is under Disney. Be careful. Yeah.
Yes. And one was Mandy that was uploaded.
Yeah.
So I mean, be careful,
I
guys,
love
creators. I do too. It's a great movie. It's insane movie. But be careful, creators out there too, with posting full movies. I mean,
you have to film that from your camera, then post it on YouTube. That's why I see a lot of
that does help avoid some shit. But I mean, no one wants to watch that filmed off a camera and stuff. And, but it's just not worth the risk. Like even when I was doing public domain films, and which I've done maybe like a few months ago, I did 4 or 5, and a year ago I did, and but you can even still hit issues with those. Like you can have people just I know Al has had issues with that in the past with upping public domain stuff, because they'll look at it as reused content that's used so much on YouTube because it's public domain. There's so many people posting the same thing that they'll just take it right off, saying that we have so many copies.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that's just public domain movies. So I mean, just guys, people who have channels who want, feel maybe it's a cool idea to upload this full movie, like really be just cautious on that. And because most of the time they don't catch you at once. Like the checks won't catch sometimes. A lot of times they do, but they won't. And then months later, weeks later and stuff, you'll get hit with a strike. And that's the last thing I want for anybody out there. What's up, Darren?
Yeah, going in and out doing this.
Just multitasking. Yeah, that's me all the time.
Mandy is great. Mandy is great.
Trying to do a million things. I try to get in the chat whenever I can, and then I'm multitasking nonstop.
Mandy, it's just that one thing with the tiger. They went north. I was like, yeah, you know what we're in for with this film. Looks like they got this from Lisa and the Devil a little bit, like with the hallway, and he did this before that. That's
This is 66,
the spiral staircase.
74. Yeah, the spiral staircase is my favorite staircase ever in a movie. And all the color.
It has to be. It's a void.
Well, what's your time? What's your timestamp? Since I just got out of the ad.
Okay, right now I'm at 35:01, so I can wait for you to catch up with that.
35:01. I am at 35:05 already. So
okay,
right around.
It should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that staircase and the way that it's shot, just from underneath, and as like later on at the end, as she's running down the stairs away from Melissa's ghost and the ball's bouncing, then you see it do that fast zoom all the way up to the top and back from the bottom, and then you get a top-down shot going down, looking on the staircase as it's going around and around. The camera work is just mind-blowing in that part in this whole movie. But like, see there, like the green light, the blue light, the yellow light.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
green, blue. There it is. Yellow.
But it's so much work. Like I can't imagine. I mean, yeah, they got lighting crews. They probably set up. But every scene you're talking about in these types of movies, that you got people, you get for every scene, every shot, they're changing up the lighting and the color usage and stuff.
Cobwebs like on everything.
Yeah,
cobwebs are heavy.
Oh yeah, the one right behind him's great.
Yeah.
That is Baroness Graps.
I'd be like, look, bitch, I just walked up a big flight of fucking stairs trying to find your ass. And you tell me to go away? It's like, dude, I can toss you over, man. Like, have a cane and everything.
Yeah, Russell, that's one of the people I was referring to, and especially with Mandy, because I saw that and I forgot the message.
Oh, in the mirror?
Yeah. I don't need to tell him to be careful. He knows, but it's again, just for everyone to.
There's an app you can get to fix that if you want to. You can add grittiness to stuff, I've noticed, with the one I have on my computer, but
you can add what to it? Oh, like you mean like add like to change filters or put like
change filters on.
Oh, that's what I do with that's what I do with all clips and anything that's has any type of copyright related to it.
Dirk does it very well. To tell you the truth,
he does. Yeah, I've
with
seen him.
one, it just we had to restart the stream because there was something showed, and I'm like, jeez.
What I usually do anytime I put a clip in anything, especially like the Kills projects and the mini docs and stuff that are all clips.
Netflix is good for their originals, Russ. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
They have great originals. I love true crime, so I have it. And Terminator Zero is on there, and the Dracula animated show is on there too, which is very good.
I haven't seen that.
I love Castlevania. Never, and they have Castlevania on there.
But yeah, with clips, I flip them horizontally. I'll put a few like different filters on it to change the lighting and the contrast a bit and stuff.
Yeah,
it still gets picked up sometimes, but it saves a lot of times that like it doesn't even get a copyright claim or nothing like that. So I mean, it's not a foolproof plan, but it's better than just throwing up clips.
Great scene
unaltered
looking at herself in the mirror, dude, and like
and her mouth is muttering. She plays this role great. Like
that lingers really for a while too, boy. He sticks that camera on her for quite a bit, boy. He's like, yeah.
Yep, and the mirror distorting and everything. That all looks great. And then Melissa's laugh. I mean, I love
that laughing.
Her laugh is so creepy.
The Exorcist and shit.
And then there she is. Which, for people who don't know, we were talking this before we went live. But Mario Bava went through like hundreds of Italian girls for the role of Melissa the ghost in this movie, and he didn't like any of them, so he ended up picking this little Italian boy. And so that's a boy with a wig.
Yeah, that's a boy. I knew something. I mean,
but it's so effective. It's the fucking creepiest ghost for me in a movie. And
I think this is the first time this has been done, right?
I was thinking about that before I hopped on and saw you backstage and stuff. I was thinking there with all the work here with the staircase with the camera work.
Jason just goes into black and stuff. Oh, that's a great shot. Dude, from the top of the staircase. It's like, really
down,
though?
Then it looks from down below and looks up at the staircase. Like, all of that is so
great. See like all the colors in like a rainbow a little bit. And just
exactly.
Like that.
That's why it's my favorite staircase in the movie.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like, you don't pay attention to staircases, but Halloween would probably be the other one. I mean, the staircase leading up in the
there's the bouncing ball too. So yeah, like
the changeling.
Yeah.
That changeling was absolutely any horror movie with a ghost that has a bouncing ball and stuff. You could thank Bava for this movie. But one thing I was going to add about Netflix
too. That's a
that show. That's it. That's one thing that watching these movies, that all these little things, the details just stick out so much. Like if it's just like a shot of two people talking, I'm looking at like the beautiful like vase in the background and like all the set dressing and stuff. Like all of it just is gorgeous.
They changed that when they zoom into what it says on the picture, the plaque, and then you see the actual picture photo.
Oh yeah,
it's
different, right? Yeah. I don't know if that was an inconsistency, if that was a purpose. I'm gonna guess
I did do that.
Yeah. But one thing I do want to say about Netflix, what Russell was talking about, and I always try to plug Netflix for this. I mean, aside from some good originals, series especially, and movies, the thing that they excel with the most is they really do a great job of distributing foreign horror films.
That's true, they do. Yeah.
Japanese, Indonesian, Thailand, India, and stuff. There's a lot of those films.
Yeah.
That get to viewers in our country because of Netflix distributing.
What is it? The platforms on there. They did 2 of those. Like, I've heard those are really good horror films. They were from Holland, I think. Germany.
Yeah, right. It says, yeah, I did that with Hell of the Living Dead. I had a filter, it's fine. That's usually like, especially with movies like that, like Hell of the Living Dead, and like, I mean, with Italian stuff, you seem to get away with
like that on Tubi. You know, like Hell of the Living Dead is on Tubi. I need to check that out. That's from Bruno Mattei? No. Alvarado, I think. Oh yeah, the doll happens to be there.
Yep. Oh yeah. When she wakes up, I love this. Because she thinks that she came back to town, Monica, because her parents were from here, and then there's the whole twist we get later on that those weren't her parents, that she knew all this time that were gone. It's that the Baroness Baroness Graps is her actual mother, and
She does a
Melissa's
pretty
her
good
sister.
job being terrified there a little bit in that nice nightie
Yeah,
of hers. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, a little muffled. Cal said, "Try a mic, like hook a mic up to your phone while you record it. That could work. Good idea, Cal." Or what you could do is you could just download the clip of that
see
scene too, and then use
through
the
dress in the
audio from
moonlight.
the clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a straight up see through dress in the moonlight.
See there, like with the fog coming from the left and the blue light, and then you have that just random patch of purple light on the right. Like that side of the wall where they're talking here. There's a little
Yeah.
bit of
Oh, that's
purple there.
great.
It's
Yeah, the
so
corridor.
subtle, and it's like it didn't have to be there. Like if it was any other director, they would not have the colors spread out like this and like
Ding.
in this way. And subtly with that purple, that one section of the wall for no reason is purple, but it adds so much to it.
That's what I like about films like this, because they're walking towards these locations, so you follow them. They do this
Yep.
in
Oh
giallos,
yeah.
like
I
Short
love
Night of
that.
Glass Dolls, dude, and like stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, it
See
goes
where they
down
all
the
get it
list.
from. Like going to different locations, walking. Just
It's a great style, like camera style, and what I always love about 60s, 70s, even 80s to an extent movies is, and compared to today, you can say any decade in the back, going back,
oh yes,
the cuts, the
yes.
edits, every 2 seconds is a new fucking cut
Like
today, especially action movies. You don't know what's happening.
long legs being shown like in the 60s, mid
Yep.
60s to 70s would be like garbage to a lot of these people. They'd be like, what is
Mhm.
that? It's like,
Oh yeah. And that's a good example of a recent film from this year. My favorite film of the year, Long
yeah,
Legs,
me too, mine
that
too.
does that
For right now,
very
mine.
well, that they don't have crazy edits and cuts like every few seconds. It feels like a film from the 70s, with the pacing and the
Yeah,
deliberate pace. But Oz Perkins has always had a very deliberate, eerie pace building atmosphere in all of his horror films.
I need to check out more of his stuff.
Yeah, but the Black Coat's Daughter is a great one.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
everyone talks
I
about that.
was supposed to do a video on that forever ago. Didn't happen. But I got to get back around to that one. That's a great movie. And he also did Gretel and Hansel with
Oh, did he really? I have that
yeah,
film. Okay, I have
the
Gretel and
one
Hansel
with
before Scream Factory got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was the one with because there's been a lot of Hansel and Gretel movies, and his is
Orion
Gretel and
Pictures released
Hansel.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he has Sophia, I forget her name, the actress who played Beverly Marsh in chapter 1 of it.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
the main she plays Gretel.
I found that interesting. They changed the names up. I know you
Yeah,
wanted
and
to
flipped
do.
it like that.
That's a grim fairy tale. I mean, I have those. I have that book of their grim fairy tales. Those are a trip. Like Snow White is terrifying.
Oh yeah.
They think the devil's here.
La Valentula. Okay,
Avalon.
that's a fucking mouthful. And sequel is a Police Academy reunion film. Oh, nice. Two Lava, two Lantula.
Yeah, too long.
That's funny, Jay. Train to Busan. Yeah, Train to Busan's a great fun. Great one. That's a great zombie flick.
Stop motion is up there for my horror of the year. I love stop motion.
Yeah, no, stop motion is very good.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
If I do a top 10 list like video at the end of the year, then I got to go back and rewatch it because I saw it earlier this year.
To me, it's
But
David Cronenberg like.
Yeah,
it's very David Cronenberg like.
It's very Cronenberg. Very
I was
body
like,
horror.
Love it already. Yeah.
Awesome. Any thoughts on the horror Candy Corn? I don't think
I've
I
heard
saw
of
that.
it.
I don't think I saw that. When did that come out?
Candy Corn? Yeah. It might be on Netflix or it might be on Tubi. I know. I couldn't.
Sounds familiar, but I know
when a lot of this stuff was coming out all at once. Oh yeah, put like barbed wire around her and stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I love how this guy, the main guy, is so just science based. He's a doctor, so all this is just insane.
That's right. You want to kill a child? Yeah. So
yeah,
like conversations between them, trying to beg the parents to help them.
Yeah, exactly. Let me use actual science, not witch doctor shit and voodoo. He refers to it as even.
She could have bled to death in there.
Yeah. because I mean, he doesn't believe about the ghost. He doesn't believe about Melissa. Oh, well, let me read that, Ginger. Yeah, I don't get why some people are hating on Long Leg so much. I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's excellent. So I don't
That
know.
and
I
Strange
can't.
Darling really impressed me.
I have to see Strange Darling.
Yeah, you'll like that one, JT. To me,
Yeah,
you
that's
will.
on my
Yeah,
list.
I like it a lot. It's
I
very.
can.
It
Yeah.
starts out like Texas Chainsaw Massacre a little bit with the narration at the start. It's a trip. Like I was like, okay.
Yeah, I got that's been on my list for a bit now to definitely see that and the
Hey, Jamie.
Substance too. Hey Jamie, you're a streaming
Yeah,
maniac today. It's every day leading up to Halloween. Tomorrow
yeah.
we got Day of the Dead at 3. We have Jeffrey Reddick interview at 5 p.m. The Final
Oh, that's going to
Destination
be
series
great. That's going to be a
creator.
great interview,
I
dude.
can't wait,
Jeffrey
man, to
Reddick
talk
is
to him.
terrific.
And then we have Evil Dead 2 at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. And then we got 3 things again on the next day. We got the Thing prequel on the 30th at 3 p.m. And then we have the whole cast and crew of He Sees You When You're Sleeping, the 5 people on, including Caroline Williams, Lauren Marie
Very nice.
Taylor. And then 11 that night will be The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Funny, they all drop her off. She has like the whip for the horses. They're taking the body to the.
I love that shot too, and when the fog there with the Britley
blue, yeah.
section. I was actually just checking earlier today my how many hours I've used on StreamYard so far, because I probably definitely gonna have to upgrade for the month, like near the end, like in the next few days, I'll know, because I think I might hit 20 hours, which is the maximum you have with the free version.
Yeah, what the free version is, yeah.
This morning before the basket case stream with Matt, I was at 7.5 or so, so I went 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
I'm around like 9 hours or so.
Yeah.
And then we got still like 3 days to go. So with those 3 different things each day. So I should be, if not, whatever. I just fucking upgraded.
Please, thank you, doctor. Yeah, I tells her, give her something, stuff like that. Now he's questioning his faith a little bit. Yeah, he's dude, what the hell?
He's starting to wonder, like, maybe there's something what these people like are so afraid of, but then like his training and shit is just holding him back, his beliefs.
Of course, and that's when you start to see kind of the difference of opinions,
Oh yeah.
It's like I'm Catholic. Imagine me talking to an atheist about it.
It's exactly. Exactly.
I mean, yeah. You read this thing called the Bible? It's like the greatest book ever. I'm serious. It's literally the greatest story ever.
No, Ginger, I haven't still threw it on for the final watch.
I still need to watch
paying attention, but that's why I saw your notification of your review of it, so I had to avoid it just to avoid reviews before I fully pay attention to it. It's on the list. It's on the list for like this week. Anytime I get a free hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it is, between all these streams and shit.
I need to find a place that's streaming Frogman. I need to watch that. Everyone seems to love that.
Oh, Look Movie should have it. Hold on, let me check Look Movie. They should have it on there. This scene is awesome. The cam work here.
They know they shouldn't be there. They know they shouldn't be there. They still keep on digging. It's like I'd get the bleep out of there. I'm like, hell no.
I'd be out of there immediately. What was the movie you were just saying that you have to see? What the hell were we talking
Frogman.
Frogman, that's right.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's on Look Movie. It should be on Look Movie. Everything is. That was a fun one. Like it is here. It is. I'll Instagram it to you when we're done here.
Nice. Yeah, cool. Katie of the Night really likes it too. She talks about that in one of her videos.
Yeah, it was very surprising. I did not expect it to be that good, and I love that shot of the ball.
Oh, the ball! Yeah, that's The Shining. Ding.
Yep.
It's just a perfect shot. I wonder if they had to practice that shit.
Yeah. And yeah, just these guys digging and stuff, and hearing the giggling, because these are all the village people. Village people. The people from this village, they fucking know about all of this. They know that Melissa Graps is a real
They're
ghost.
trying to be surprised too, so they're just kind of looking. Yep, there she goes.
See, I think this like riles him up a little bit, like when the window bursts open, blows everything around.
That's pretty good.
Now he's like, like what the hell caused that? Now he sees the guys digging in the cemetery there.
or saw them. Yeah, like something.
Oh, that's right. Monica saw it too. She comes in now and says it.
I know, I saw it too.
Yeah, we all saw it. We all saw it.
Maybe suspected Kruger.
Any shenanigans tonight, JT? There's always shenanigans, you know that. And you mean like after this stream? I don't know. I was thinking of doing some type of video game stream at some point, like in the
She
next
has
day.
nice blonde hair. That's almost like silver blonde. I just noticed that. Like, or maybe not. Maybe it's red.
She's red. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
But
looks
I can
silver
see it
almost.
in that shot.
Yeah,
Like, I can see it.
that looked
It looks a
nice. I was
different
like,
color,
dude, yeah. She's like, pick my good side.
yeah. Take my good hair.
I'm jealous of that hair.
Speaking of hair again, yeah, people in the chat, if you haven't seen hair extensions and you like Japanese horror, that's like completely out there.
Yeah.
It's about that's a great zoom in shot on the corpse of the inspector with the gun wound to the head.
Right to the head too. Yeah.
Check out hair extensions. Anyone who hasn't seen it, if you like
Okay.
wacky Japanese thing, it's about this guy who finds this dead woman whose hair doesn't stop growing after she's been dead. So he
Oh,
starts selling
yeah,
the
I heard about
hair
that.
as
Yeah.
extensions, and it starts
Yeah.
like passing the ghost curse or whatever it is, you know, along to other people. And it stars the actress who plays Go-Go in Kill Bill.
Oh, okay.
She's the star of the movie.
Okay.
That's a freaky, weird movie, but definitely fun. So anyone who hasn't seen hair extensions in chat,
There's another one I need
check it out.
to check out, a vampire Japanese film called Thirst. I think it's Japanese.
I don't think I've seen that. No, I haven't seen that. I mean, have there been any weirdos in your head tonight? Oh no, not at all. All good, Jamie. We got the love of Halloween time protecting us from Voldemort. For sure.
I'm just weird on my off time, and then I just,
this right here,
work.
The shot of her hand on the window. Then she wakes up. This girl, I think her name's Natalie or Nadalia or something like that. This is the scene I was saying earlier when she stabs herself after she sees her. This shot right here.
Yeah, she's almost gone insane.
Yeah, it's almost like seeing Melissa's ghost. Puts you.
Oh, that's right.
Like
yeah, towards the candle there with the spike. That happens to have a spike hanging out of it.
Yeah, it's like the way that it's a tall candle holder is what it looks like, and it has a pointed edge that comes out. But it seems like seeing her like starts making you like go insane or even have like a physical illness like fever.
Damn, she's really good with it.
That thing right there. That shot of Melissa with the hand and her face.
Dude,
all those shots. Those are so Japanese, like not at the time, but I mean inspired Japanese movies so much. Which
almost looks like Margot Kidder there a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that actually. I'm always worried. Yeah, we all are. That's why we're such a great community. JT, I love that film. What, hair extensions? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you know.
There she goes.
That shot right there. That's one of my favorite shots ever in a film.
She points to it with her eyes. She's like, "Yeah, go on, go on."
Yeah. It's like
go on, do it.
And the way that she does that, and she uses her eyes and her expressions are great. This girl, like how she's looking at the spike, and then like her eyes are bulging, and she's moving to the side.
Of Dracula, like with the hypnotism and all that stuff with the eyes. Yeah, we're going full fledged here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're not messing
that
around.
Smile she gives Melissa gives her. As in like it's time, do it. Like go on. And then there's just a hand that comes off the window. Oh, it's just a work of art. Yeah, that's true.
It's a family annihilator.
Nobody's like her own personal Voldemort. He is insane. Yeah, X-Day is the alternative title or the tagline of hair extensions.
Oh, she did.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jamie, I know. I hope that's been a little better the last day or so. Yeah, that's the huge difference between the fun weird of all of us and the just insane people.
Like the Firefly Funhouse,
Oh, you haven't seen that hair extensions, Russ? X-Day? Yeah, definitely check it out. It's fucking weird, but blast of a time. So yeah, this is when we find out from Carl, the Burgermeister. It's Burgermeister, but I always
Burgermeister, yeah. The
He ends
kingpin.
up yeah, exactly. He ends up telling him, well, telling both of them that he's the one that had the body of the inspector who was shot and killed, brought to be buried and everything. And now he starts spilling the beans about everything. See, he thought it was a legend at first too.
Yeah.
This is leading up to that scene where he dies with the favorite jump scare in here. And it's not even a jump scare like nowadays.
Just a major look type of a thing.
It's just the way it's shot and the quick pan onto Melissa, the ghost in the cupboard when he opens it, and his reaction and stuff. It's shot so well.
You may be next. Go, leave. Yeah, telling him to leave, like saying you all need to leave.
Exactly, Ginger. I don't know. Why can't people just be cool? That's what I ask every day of my life. I'm like, why can't everybody in the world just chillax? Absolutely, Russell. And you can speak for all of us here. And you know that, Jamie. We always got you. Always got you back.
It can't be true. It's impossible. He's all starting to sweat
Not
like a
true.
lot. He's like, dude.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Do we ever return? It's like he's being suffocated. It's like he's being suffocated. Yeah.
The Shiftons is what he's talking about. Is Monica's parents that she always thought were her parents.
He's like, I was born here. You know.
Yeah. We find out that it's the Baroness Graps.
Yeah. Guess who?
Who's her parent? So she's sisters of Melissa.
So technically, she should be damaged for life psychologically. She should be like done. Absolutely. Which technically she gets to that point here.
Oh, especially after the events of the movie.
Yeah, it's like what happens after? Really done.
Just all the lighting in that one shot of them looking at him going up the stairs. There's so much color and stuff in that one shot.
The green in the.
So he's going to get. He's going, in his office, right? In the green there.
Yeah, the green and
through the cobweb. The cobweb ridden. Looks like a wheel, right? Like a horse and carriage buggy wheel. And then the blue.
He's actually funny the way he walks here. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like really. This is creepy as hell.
There's so much great buildup and atmosphere to this jump scare. With him lighting, it's dark. He lights a candle. He walks around a bit. He walks close to the cupboard here. Then he sets this up so well. The pacing of this jump scare.
He puts everything down. I know what's in here.
Watch the zoom. That zoom in on her. That's so good. Like that reminds me of Ringu. That reminds me of stuff in the garage, Ju-on. That reminds me of so many later 90s Japanese classics that we got.
It's the start of the Grudge International film. She's like outside of her apartment and she is terrified. She's like moving, but she sees it everywhere. I'm like, dude, that's like crazy.
That looks like the bill hook.
It does.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not.
That's like a full hook.
He's doing the bad part too. Of course he is.
Yeah, because seeing Melissa's ghost just makes you kill yourself, basically.
He's like in shock.
And that was the letter. That was the documents he was going to prove to him and Monica that, explains the whole backstory of Monica and that she's related to Melissa.
He's like right over him. They happen to do a shot of him right over him.
And so then the zoom in shot. The zoom in shot of the effect, and then her freaking out seeing the body.
That's really good. She's like terrified. That was pretty bad. I have to admit.
Yeah, no, it's a little it's great. Her reaction's not the greatest there, but whatever.
She's like, no, that way. Monica.
Booby trap.
Can't stand it anymore.
That's funny, but in the context, I mean, like, just darkly funny.
It is, but it's like, yeah.
Unfortunately, if we
And but we
do,
try
yeah,
like Nancy
exactly.
Thompson.
Yeah. I'm gonna go, guys. I have to get up for the gym at 4 a.m. It's already
Yeah.
11:15 at night. Everyone take care of you too as well, man. Thank you for stopping by all these awesome
Thank
streams that
you,
we've been doing.
heroic
It's been
waffles.
great
Yeah.
seeing you.
Oh,
And
shoot.
yeah, have a great night,
Yeah.
man. Oh well, yeah, Ghost Dog. Didn't that come
Yeah,
up?
the Burger
That came up
Master's
a little
yeah, the
earlier.
Burger Master's thing's
You
been killed.
know? Yeah. Yeah, he's just like destroying shit now. He's banging on doors of the villagers.
Oh, taking all
He's
the garlic
dead.
off.
Look at all that color there. When the guy opens the inn, the guy with his gun, there was like
It's like
7 different colors right there in that
the
one
modern
shot.
version dubbing would be like, "These fuckers don't care about anybody."
Yeah,
This
yeah, yeah. Oh,
place.
yeah. That's funny. Like to think of like these older films to have
"You killed
them
my daughter,
dubbed.
you piece of shit."
Yeah, have
It's
them
like
dubbed
already.
in today's like language and stuff that we use. That would
Uh,
be interesting to see. That's
uh,
funny. That bell
ding,
is so
ding.
iconic for me too. I love that bell sound.
Yeah, the dude's just up there is like, "You killed my daughter," blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. And actually, no, but she technically killed herself, there, buddy.
The cat right there, that's very Fulci actually, reminds me
Nah,
of
that's
with
very Fulci.
with the fog rolling and stuff so fast, yeah.
Boy, that cat was pissed too, man. Just go.
Oh, yeah.
Black Cat, great film.
I love Black Cat. His version of the Black Cat does not get as much love as it should get.
It should, yeah.
That's such an
It's an
underrated
animal
film.
slasher, like Stephen Thrower
Yeah,
says, like, "Give
exactly,
me more, killer cat films, please." You know?
exactly. It's a slasher with an actual cat as the slasher villain.
Yeah. The better Black Cat film, though, is Your Vice. That ending is better.
Oh, yeah,
But
Your Vice is one of the best titles ever too. Your Vice's locked room and
Locker Room
only
only
I
I
have
have
the
the
key.
key.
It's like and it makes sense that Italian and giallos and Italian films had those
Yeah.
insanely creative titles because of the books had those type of titles too. All the giallo books and murder mysteries. I mean, even more modern murder mysteries. Those are the type of titles that you see. Like those longer, very interesting ones. But for the time back then, I mean, like there was no horror movies being
Yeah,
made
she
with some of the
recognizes
names
the
of these.
yeah, she recognizes the crest, like,
Yeah,
on
on the
top.
on the tombstone, right? Yeah,
Yeah. Or like when they go through this corridor, which is very like very gothic, like very good. Like they did
absolutely.
this in the Whip in the Body too, same type of
Yeah.
scenario.
Yep. Yeah, whipping the body and $5 for an August Moon. And I think I was starting this before we went live, and we went on to something else. Like I always say, how Bava's films are like moving pictures, moving paintings, like every shot and stuff.
Yes.
More of his films are like that, like with the surreal, dreamlike feel. I think whipping the body and $5 are the most like that.
$5 for an August Moon, Darren keeps on talking about. I need to check that one out.
Yeah, no, $5 is very underrated too.
That's with
But
the laughing
that's
windows.
one of the things I love about that film and about Whipping the Body is the cinematography and the just how it looks, the way those films are shot. I think that's like some of the best examples of Bava films that are shot very surreal, and it's all about the cinematography and the style in those movies and the
Yeah, Hedging for
atmosphere.
the
The
Honeymoon does
atmosphere of
that
Whipping
very
the Body.
well.
Yeah, I love that film. It's such a shame that movie's still so underrated in Bava fans' rankings and stuff. You
Yeah.
don't hear Hatchet for the Honeymoon in a lot
And
of
to
rankings, like top
Kino. I
film
think Kino
Bava.
re-released that or was going to. But no, that was under Redemption. I have that Redemption release of the Whip in the
Oh,
Body.
okay.
Yeah. It's a good
Yeah,
film.
look at all the color and lighting here and stuff,
In
and with
this
all those
tomb.
cobwebs.
A very
The
big tomb too.
yeah, they went real out with the cobwebs and shit in this, but
Looks great.
it has just that perfect it just feels like an old school horror film. Like,
There's
when
the
you think of
blue outside.
horror yeah, the blue outside and the green on the inside. Yeah, I think that shot right there, you can even see the source light that's shining through the green they put in front of it.
They go
That's
through the
cool.
whole thing too. That's where the terror comes from.
Yeah, how they span through the entire tomb and show it all and then come back to Melissa Graps' grave where she's buried there. But if I remember right, she's not buried in there, right? When they open it. Maybe we can get out through this way.
Yeah.
Nope. It's just a sheer drop from there, I guess.
Yeah, it's a sheer drop from there.
Yeah, he's like, as much do I. So it must just drop down like 2 stories. There's only that small staircase they're going up now to get to the top, the next floor up. I don't know how high it could have been.
The green there on the pillar, like.
Oh, the green in the foreground, the yellow on the right, the green in the back right, the purple in the back and the front on the floor. Like
those candle holders are terrific. I just noticed that. Like literally, look at it. They're all hands with their fists holding the candles.
Oh yeah,
like, dang!
And then the paintings on the wall add so much to it too.
Yeah,
the curtains and stuff, whatever that is, on the side of the door where she just walked out of, the Baroness.
My baby girl.
The attention to detail here, though, that it's all on them, but you still see the hallway behind her out the door. That's still
the color.
Brightly lit with the
sky
color.
Blue.
Yeah, like who pays attention to that? Like nowadays, filmmakers, last decades, you don't see that.
That's a product of the film. It's like when they look back and if they ever watch what they do. Rarely does a director do that. Watch his stuff. Sometimes they won't do it. Like I'm like, that's a trip to me.
Wait, let me catch back up here and chat. All right, Jamie, have a good night if you're still here. If not,
have a good night, Jamie. Yeah, see you next time.
What's up, Joe? How you doing, brother? Happy Halloween time.
Halloween time.
Russell says this is a horror film, Gore Orphan. I've heard of that. I haven't seen it. Let me know if you see it, Russ. What you thought of it? Going well, Joe. How you doing, man? You doing good? You're rewatching Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That's cool. It was all right. I had fun with it.
It's it's basically PG-13-ish.
Yeah,
based off the game.
Basically. Yeah, and I never cared about the games, really. I've played the first 4, like here and there. I never beat any of them and stuff, but
Willy's Wonderland is better.
They're jump scare simulators. That's all they are. And they're good at being just that. Just being like jump scare simulators. But they had to add a lot of stuff to the movie because it was such a bare bone premise of a guy doing security at the
bare bones
place. Yeah. So they really had to like add some other stuff in there in the movie, and some of it I didn't care for. Some of it
the books are a bit better. That they did.
Yeah, didn't they do like novels based off the games? Like as
they did, based in like that universe. There she is sitting right there, dude. That's a trip. Here we go. This is where it gets interesting. Yeah, right. Yeah. He runs through here.
This is very David Lynch. Like this is definitely very inspired Lynch. This like, wait inspired. A minute. I don't know, like directly, like if Bava, if Lynch saw and was a fan of this film, I'm sure he probably was. But when Cooper in the finale of season 2 of Twin Peaks, when he's running in the Black Lodge, he keeps running around and he's being chased by his doppelganger.
I've never seen
just
Twin
like
Peaks.
that.
Yeah,
this is just like that because he's following him.
See, now it catches up to him. It catches up to him.
That's just how the season finale for Twin Peaks is.
Twin Peaks is. This is terrifying right here. I remember seeing this. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? Oh,
yeah. And then he wakes up like outside of the villa. He's
that's
like
hecka sadistic there. He sees himself, he turns around, he gives him a smirk. He's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I would bet money that David Lynch holds this movie, and Bava, I know. But this movie in high regard, and probably that was the inspiration for
like
that
Lost
scene in
like Lost Highways, kind of like that. Like you're
Holland Drive. All his films are so dreamlike. There's a Danielle Harris film, 2001 Killer Bud with 2001 Killer.
Yeah, Killer Bud I've heard about. Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen that. I can't recall the name.
There's one called Shrooms I need to check out.
Shrooms, I just did like a podcast episode like a month or 2 ago. That one's fun. Just like
he ends up being like outside like a spider's web. That's a trip.
Yeah. That's where he comes to after having that encounter with like his doppelganger or whatever the hell that is.
It's like I better take these spider webs off here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got myself to get back after. I gotta get out. I gotta get out of these friggin' webs.
He's like, how in the hell did I get out here? See, that would freak me out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if losing time like that, and just especially what he just saw before that, seeing himself and running through the same room like 7 times and not getting into a different room, that would freak anybody out. Willy's Wonderland is great. Nick Cage not talking, but does a great job in the role. Yeah, and I mean Nick Cage is a legend.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland. I love Nick Cage. Yeah, you can't do what is it? Arcadia, I think it's called. That's supposed to be really good.
I remember Arcadia. Was in Long Legs. Yeah, exactly, Joe. He does excellent in that. Dude, the other day I had the urge to watch Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive. And I mean, that's never a bad thing. Give in
My
to the
favorite
urge.
from him is Blue Velvet, but man, Mulholland Drive is like way
Mulholland
up there.
My favorite Lynch movie. That's definitely my favorite, and it's a top 10 movie too.
I love Mulholland Drive, man.
I mean, if we were to take Twin Peaks, the whole series together as a whole, that would be my favorite Lynch project, like ever. Is all of Twin Peaks, but movie wise,
I'm sorry, I couldn't protect you, honey. When she's all like in his body and stuff.
That's when she finds Carl dead, and now she's pissed because she had a deal. They explain it a bit with the Baroness that Carl and them would keep the secret and not harm, her or keep the secret of Melissa's ghost and stuff as long as Melissa doesn't hurt Carl. And now that he's killed her, that she's killed him, now she's pissed and she goes to the Baroness for revenge.
Shock 1977. Yeah, Bava's last film.
I love
his son continued on that film, completed it basically. Umberto.
I love Shock.
I have that release from Arrow. That they released that like last year, I think.
Yeah,
I hopped on that.
That is such an underrated Bava film too. I don't know if it's just because it's his last movie, and a lot of times people tend to, shit on the director's.
It's an unofficial
movie or two
sequel to what is it? It's an unofficial sequel. I forget to what possession film franchise.
You're right. I can't remember. Yeah, like a lot of those Italian movies went on to do unofficial sequels.
I have it. It's like called like the Door to something, I think, or is the Italian version of the Exorcist kind of.
I mean, that's what he did with Lisa and the Devil. Is if you've seen the House of Exorcism cut, which I do not care for, even though it has a relative.
Tony Savalas is great. I didn't even know he did stuff like that before.
Yeah,
Kojak.
I always forgot his name until when was it? I mentioned Lisa and the Devil and something, or we did a watch along or something, and I think it was Russell who reminded me of his name because I always forget.
He was the voice of Rupert Thorne in Batman the Animated Series. They had an all-star cast of people. Yeah,
he did a lot of stuff, Terry.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell voiced Ra's al Ghul, which made him perfect for the part. Like, Mark Hamill, of course, as the Joker. I mean, you had a lot.
Have everyone seen Stream? It got Daniel. Yeah, it's on my list, Joe. Stream, the movie. It's got a whole bunch of horror icons, which movies like that usually don't end up well. For me, most of the time. I mean, just look at Death House from 2017 is one of the most garbage movies I've seen.
Oh, really?
Forever.
I'm sorry, you have to watch those, JT. Like,
I don't like Death House. I don't like Death House at all. I think that movie was terrible. If that's the one with all the horror icons, right? Kane Hodder, Bill. There's like dozens of them. Whenever you do a movie like that and you just stack up horror names,
I'll say this: what's worse than Skinamarink is The Outwaters.
I didn't like it. I know you're gonna get some blowback there from Jason about it because Ginger, I know he likes.
I don't mind The Outwaters. What is up with that, Jason? You have to tell me what's up with that film.
I don't think he loves it, but I know
it is all over the place.
Than Skinamarink, though, right, Ginger? I know that.
Well, Skinamarink, you're looking at carpet all day. I mean,
I don't know what people have seen in that movie or saw in that.
That's cool. She's all just sitting there in the chair.
Yeah, grabbing the book. And it's funny because the hallway we see the
twins.
I
found out that that's your twin sister.
Mm-hmm. And I like how that same hallway that we see her in, that we've seen many times, the color and the lighting is always different. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
it's not like, and that's a great little scare there too. She grabs her
Oh,
hand,
yeah, the
hands
hand.
over to her.
All looking at her like
This is when she starts. This is with the staircase
it's like,
shots
"Am
and
I
stuff.
going
That
insane?"
when she starts running here down the stairs, these are the shots I was talking about earlier. These are even better than the scene earlier that we saw, because you have her laughing now, and you have the ball that comes down. How it goes from the bottom and zooms up to the top and flash like fast back out, fast back in and out.
And of course
Oh,
they
that's
do
great.
that where you see like the the flipping staircase. No wonder you say it's the greatest staircase ever. Like,
Oh yeah.
and there's the ball going down.
I never
That
watch a
ding ding
movie
ding.
and like praise stairs as much as this movie. Like it's just like
You're kind of you're right.
the way it's shot is, and the color is just makes it all. But that too, that shot there
And
with
she's still
from the
going down
bottom and
too.
she's
She hasn't
racing
stopped.
down and the
Yeah.
camera is rotating from the bottom looking up. That is an excellent shot.
Vertigo.
Yeah, yeah, that's very, very similar.
Or like from the Twilight Zone, you get that at the start. Like,
And yeah, exactly. And it's doing it. She's coming down the stairs clockwise while the camera's rotating anti-clockwise. So it really is disorienting.
it's like she made it down, but you don't know how she got there. That's what's
Yeah,
spooky about it. Yeah.
yeah. It's almost like she's not moving, like she's running in place because the camera's going the opposite direction she's going down. Oh, that's great.
You're in the tomb with your family.
Yeah, I know, right? Welcome home. Welcome back. Should I definitely play if I'm
Yeah,
I
Ginger
think
Snaps is
we
okay.
can play them. I love Ginger Snaps. That was the first video on the channel I've ever did, and that was the first review, first video. Ginger Snaps. And then I had to do that series, the 3 movies took fucking 3 years to finish, almost 2.5 years, or 2 years, yeah. Because I started with Ginger Snaps, and for the year anniversary of the channel, I did Ginger Snaps 2, and then the second year anniversary, I
Yeah,
did the
she's like
last one.
controlling her from the mirror. That's what you figure out. That's done really well.
Yeah, yeah, and that yeah, she basically tries to control Melissa from killing, but she had control for a while, but then Melissa decided that she's just gonna start
She's
killing
like, "I'm gonna
motherfuckers.
kill you,
Oh,
bitch.
left and right.
You killed my husband."
Yeah, no, this is she is out for revenge here.
Listen
Yeah,
to
this is
die
what
in
she
this
says, the
villa.
promise that if Melissa doesn't harm Carl, then everything's good. But if she does, now that she did,
You see
it's
where
done.
Cronenberg maybe got the idea to do scanners, like
Yeah.
bending of wills and stuff.
And yeah, Joe, the Five Nights at Freddy's games, they're not like my favorite thing, but you'll probably have fun with it. They're fun games to pass the time, at least. The lore is well done. I'm not
Yeah,
big
the
on it.
lore.
Like the
Yeah, that's
backstory.
explained pretty damn good. Yeah,
Yeah, the backstory they flesh out as the games go on.
like
That's
the
interesting.
owner, like the
Yeah,
creator, like yeah, because that's of course what
that
you want to know: who created this franchise.
yeah, exactly. That is pretty well done. Like expanding upon the lore. With I stopped playing after the 4th game. I don't think I played another game after that. Oh, the sister location one. That was like the 5th or 6th
Yeah,
game or something. That was the last one I messed around with for like an hour and
yeah,
said, yeah,
because like every town
same
like
like the
has one.
others.
It's like Castlevania just pops up.
Yeah.
Those brown eyes.
It's a ginger
You're an
snap.
insane
I didn't read
killer.
the whole comment.
Yeah.
Director's cut. Oh, this is director's cut. That's interesting to me, Russell. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, if there's director, I'm sure there is. Like,
I never heard of
maybe
a
rated
director's
other
cut.
than PG-13, but
Yeah, I never heard of director's cut for Ginger Snaps. So that piqued my interest just now. I got to check that out afterwards. The beginning, yeah, that's the one I don't like. That's the one I did on the 2-year anniversary of the channel. The 3rd movie.
oh, the
That's
third one,
the
yeah, that's like the beginning. Yeah,
prequel.
there's no use for it. Yeah.
No, and it bothers me time period like period piece films where they're speaking, they're not even trying to speak like old English of the time or anything like that.
Well, the
They're just
pop-up
speaking
head
like
and
it's
stuff like
modern
that of the
day.
doll. That's
Yeah,
done
yeah,
very well.
yeah. No, that's great. I don't know if we didn't miss the scare right when I think it's now she picks us up and it pans to the side and Melissa's
Yeah,
sitting there. That's the other best jump scare.
she's afraid to touch it too. So it's
Okay,
like,
yeah, that's when she pulls the doll off and sees the Sees the name.
Sees her name.
Yep.
1886 to whatever like that. So this is late 1800s, very late.
Yeah, I think
very late.
Late 1800s or very early 1910s.
Yeah, because considering her age.
Yeah.
Monica, let me in. Come on, do it. No,
she's
no.
terrified. She can't even deal with what
she doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, she doesn't know what to do with any of this information. She's like,
there she goes.
Pray murderous if you can. I love that line. Pray murderous if you can before you die. That's right. She almost falls here.
That's right. I forgot. She all like pushes, literally.
That shot of Melissa right there, dude, with the eyes. That's so creepy. That's so fucking creepy. And again, for a little boy in a blonde wig with a little bit of like grayish makeup to make it look pale, like that's it. That's all the effects. And I compare it to The Exorcist.
That's a good shot of her because you didn't know if she got stabbed or not.
Yeah, with it
like he just choked her and that was it. Nope, I got it.
I like that in a decent amount of movies, even if it can be obvious sometimes, which this one isn't. Like you said, it's a good reveal there. Tiny thing, like you don't know that she got stabbed too, but you see that in a lot of movies of like people both with weapons and they go up against, or they both have guns and they're struggling, and then you hear it go off, and you know who the person who was shot is the one that they want you to think wasn't. Like it can be a trope at times, but they do it great in here. Then they just walk away into the
sunlight. Yeah, usually how it happens.
Yeah. Just an absolute work of art of cinema. Not just horror, just all cinema. Kill Baby Kill is a masterpiece. So if anyone's still in the chat, hung out, hasn't seen it, definitely go watch it as soon as possible. It's on Shudder. It's on Look Movie. I'll drop the link again here. That way, if people have time and want to check it out later at some point, there it is.
Perfecto.
And Trailer Park of Terror was a cool horror. I like the name, Trailer Park of Terror. That's great. All right, but yeah, this is another successful day and night in the Halloween week. Thank you, Chris, for joining. We're gonna have Dirk on, and then he got stuck at work and stuff, so sucks.
All good.
He'll hopefully I'll get him to join something else coming up this week, and if not, me and him and Darren will definitely be doing a discussion sometime soon. Yeah. And thanks for joining as always, Chris.
Always
blast. And everybody else, have a great night. We got tomorrow, Day of the Dead at 3 p.m. Jeffrey Reddick interview at 5 p.m. and Evil Dead 2 at 10 p.m. So stacked day and just classic movies. So like always, everyone have a great night, and we will talk to you soon, guys. Everyone take care.